When I was 17, I got mugged in a London train station. When I was 17, I stole my mom's car and got busted.
When I was 17, I was loud, I was obnoxious, I was kind of the class clown, funny. When I was 17, I went to a high school called the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts in London, England. It was a vocational school, so half a day would be like math, English, science, and then the other half of the day would be like music, dancing, acting. I hated school. I scraped by with my grades, barely. The school, we never had organized dances or balls or any of that, but one year they decided to do a Valentine's ball. So me and all my friends went. I was dancing, I was having a blast, I was getting down, I was shaking my fro. And like, oh, let's take a break, we'll go outside. I came outside to one of my best friends getting in a really big altercation with some random dudes that were definitely a lot older than us. My other friend, Chris, who's smaller than me, we like stupidly like tried to get in the middle, like, hey, what's going on?
What I do remember is him coming home with a big shiner black eye.
We ended up getting a couple of bumps and bruises that night after we've all been punched around a couple of times. Like, what actually happened? He's like, oh, I stepped on his foot. And I was like, oh, great. So we just took a load of punches for you stepping on someone's foot. Thanks, Sam.
Rock habit.
When I was 17, I was really into all those heavy bands at the time. I was a huge Slipknot fan. It's just like, just pure, brutal, like, anger. It was like an awesome release when you were that age. When I was 17, I went to a high school called the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts, and the uniform was ridiculous. It was like a luminous blue with like a blue blazer, a baby blue shirt with a blue tie with white spots all over it with this huge shield of arms with like a singer and a ballet dancer. So you just ask him for it. Do you know what I mean?
We lived in a very, very nice area in Dulwich in southeast England, but once you got out of Dulwich, where the train station was, it was not the best neighborhood.
I got off the train in my blue blazer, and I was on the phone, and this 12 boy comes up to me. He's like, oh, yo, man, let me look at your phone. Let me have a look at it. And I was like, no, get away from me. And he was like, let me see it, let me see it. I was like, whatever, like, I was ready to, you know. But he was surrounded by, like, 10, 21-year-old big kids. You know, I was like, oh. One of the older ones came over and like shoved me up against the wall and pulled a knife on me. I just panicked, you know, just like, holy crap, he's got a knife, just take it. They took my wallet, they took my phone, they took my bag, took my mini disc player, and then they had the cheek to high-five me after they took all my stuff. They're like, oh, thanks for that, high five. I was like, ah.
And he had to walk 20 minutes home on his own, so I think he was in quite a distressed state when he walked in the door, I would say.
Slowest walk ever of my life back home, just like, yeah, it was scary. When I was 17, my first car was a Ford Fiesta Flame. In England, you get the train everywhere, and it's for young drivers. You could never get, like, a wicked cool car like you could in America. So the fact that I had a brand new Ford Fiesta was, like, awesome! One weekend, all the guys were like, let's go to Bournemouth. Bournemouth is like a 2.5 hour drive from London, and it's by the beach. So we went down to Bournemouth, 10 dudes, all in, like, 3 cars. And I pulled up this thing called a roundabout in England where you have to stop, you know, wait, and then go. And as I pulled up, my best friend Sam, and I was like, no. And I was like, Sam, what's going on, man? You just hit my car. And he's like, do we have to swap info or something now? And I was like, no, we don't have to swap info. I was furious. I definitely needed a new bumper. He needed a new bumper. I was like, let's just tell my mom it was a hit and run.
He just said, Mummy, it was a hit and run. And then I said, well, it's okay, we can get the bumper fixed as long as you're okay. And he was okay. Of course, I never knew about that trip. That was educational for me today.
Yeah, she just found out now, because she's sitting over there. My favorite TV show was Family Guy. Everything about it is hilarious. And South Park, I love that as well. They'd see the line and they wouldn't just cross it, they'd run past it.